How's it going, everybody? Nick from Kizaru Gaming here, and today I have a very awesome deck profile that I'm very excited to show you guys. We just got back from a 3v3, the team that we played on, Team Straw Hats. We ended up getting top 4, and I'm here with one of my teammates. Ryan, what'd you do? What'd you play?
I played Runick Spright on the B slot for the team, and there's my deck.
All right, we just get right into the deck profile.
All right, so one fountain. I know it's debatable for 1 or 2. I kind of want to move to 2 because just Runick cards are insane. These cards are
Runick cards are crazy. Honestly, any hand with 2 Runicks is just absolutely bonkers.
And then 3 tip, 3 flashing fire. Not even much to say about these. 3 destruction.
They are indeed Runick cards.
I value MST. 3 freezing curses. And then I was on 2 slumber because I wanted more Runick cards, but I really wanted to still have room for more of the hand traps, things like that. A part of me wants to bump slumber up to 3 and fountain to 2, but I'll have to try that out more. That's it for these. Just move these to the side. And for the sprites, 3 blue, 3 jet, carrot, red, pixies. When this card won me so many games.
How do you feel about pixies just keeping it in the main deck?
For this build, you really just want to not die and just get as many resources as you can. And for that, it's extremely useful.
It does seem like the typical end board is just IP Masquerena, and your opponent having the battle phase as a resource to out the IP is just insane. So having that Pixies protection just makes your end board so much stronger.
Exactly. And we got 3 starter and a smashers. And then for the one-ofs, Hyperia, and I was also on the cap shell.
My 2 favorite cards in this deck are Hyperia and cap shell. So do you want to explain the cap shell combo?
So the big thing for cap shell was when you link it off after summoning off Gigantic, you get the draw, but then you go into Djinn Buster by using it, bringing it back. And then when Djinn Buster negates on your opponent's turn, you get another draw out of it.
That's insane.
For decks like Exosister, Flunder, things like that, where the spot removal isn't super good, being able to negate Martha, the first bird, by an actual activation negation is just too helpful, and that's why I wanted to be on this. And I figured this was just the better line for more value. Just
drawing more cards in this deck, it always seems like you just want to have more cards than your opponent. I mean, truth be told, that's how any deck plays. You want to have more cards than your opponent, but this deck just is resource.deck. You just want to make sure that you maintain that resource advantage.
Exactly. And then for the hand traps, Crow, it was okay. I'm going to be honest, it was okay. It's great into tier, pretty solid into Spright, not much to say, but it was just okay. Veiler, good. Just effect negation, I low-key want to mess around with Mourner, honestly. Imperm, and then I was on 2 Ash. I know that might sound weird, but since everything is very low impact in this deck, I just want to have the most resources live at the time that I can possibly use. And I think Ash into the meta that seems to be evolving with Brandy and High Spirits, things like that, is just very good.
Solid. So that's it for the main deck. How many cards in the main deck?
41.
41 cards. All right. I think I was also on 41. I don't know how many Josiah was on, but yeah, just see the extra deck.
And for the extra, for the Runick cards, just the 2 Hugin and 1 Jerry. You can argue for 3 Hugin. It's just space can feel really tight in this deck, honestly.
Yeah.
And we have the 2 Gigantic, the Djinn Buster, as well as the Soul Sweeper.
Soul Sweeper is personally my favorite card in the extra deck.
So this card just offers so many niche interactions that can just help you. It can help you ODK by just clearing the board. It can recur. I've done it twice now where I've recurred my elves after getting cherries. And that's just life-saving. And then Djinn Buster was another alternative for the end board. Just good into like some of the more stun style decks, like Flunder and stuff. And then for the links, 3 elf. I know you can only run. You could cut down to 2. I don't care. I go through 3.
3 is mandatory
all the time. I really am just trying to grind it out. So many times it'll happen, I'll be ready to OTK, but I have to use a Runick card, and it's like, okay. Well, we gotta keep grinding. Can't battle phase. And then for my other Link 2s, wasn't amazing for this event, but like, when it comes up, it's very useful.
Always.
Dark is
dark.
IP was like a huge part of my end board. Honestly, my go-to end board really was Elf, IP, and then maybe starter or smashers depending on matchup. And then just hand traps, runic cards, things to just make the play with the board for how flexible it really is.
Yeah.
And then unicorn, sometimes go off
CR
IP.
unicorn. Ugh.
They only come on. We only do max rarity here.
You have to.
And then abominations.
All right, so obviously A-Bomb is really funny. Tell me a little bit about A-Bomb.
So the main thing for this deck is you don't get your battle phase a lot. So you need to be able to still put on pressure to the board and threaten the board still, even on their turn. Making A-Bomb says if they want to set cards, they can. If you pop cards, you get to pop more. If you're able to threaten battle phase, you threaten more. Like, it just does so much.
A-Bomb applies so much pressure, especially, just adding it in with the runic cards, destruction effect, chain A-Bomb, end phase A-Bomb, popping 3 cards just seems just eating up end boards.
Yes, exactly.
But was there anything in the extra deck that you feel like you would change?
I don't know. Maybe Phoenix for like another Hugin. That did come up once actually in the in Top Cut. Okay. And that actually did specifically lose me the game. It doesn't come up for me a ton where I need the 4th name, but I may want to try that out just for these really grindier games where I really need to go deep into my runic engine. Understandable, very understandable. All right, let's check out your side deck. So my side, the all-star of the Performance side deck, good old evenly matched. Absolutely insane. I believe it was Nesh that was talking about it. This is good against literally every deck. It does not matter what you play against, side this card in. You could argue even to main it in some decks. I wouldn't main it in this one, but some decks like this card's just insane. It's extremely good, this format. This card, it was low-key a little weak for the event for me. I didn't love Nib. Like, every deck kind of plays around it pretty well right now. Or they're playing more control builds. So it just wasn't very good for me. Now the real all-star for Droll is crazy. This card was so good. Like, a lot of these newer decks that are coming into play, like Try Spright, I played against. This card was crazy. Just different danger tier stuff. This card's insane. Most Spright variants, honestly, is just very good. Runick, it almost ends the game. So just overperformed this event. Oh, this card was amazing. And my going first card choice, I never got to activate it. No, I did. Actually, that's a lie. I did once. I was gonna say you did one time. Yeah, I did see you activate some of them once. In round 4. Against Dino, you flipped it. I believe it was. No, it was against the Spright Adventure. Spright Adventure. That's it. Yep. And then it's weird because you don't really. I could argue for Judgment, but like, you don't really kill your opponent. You're really quick. You're really trying to just gather resources, and I think this is the best for slowing the game down for that purpose. Because every other floodgate just kind of gets destroyed. Yeah, it allows you to just sit back a little bit and able to take the time to gather the resources you need to be able to, not skip your battle phase and, take over the game. Yeah, summoning Hyperia and like maybe a blue or something every turn. It just, if that's all I really need. I just need to get more cards. Yeah. And then the last one is Feather Duster. This card, look, I know it's crazy, but it's like, it wasn't great for me, if I'm being honest. Pank was fantastic. And then wasn't super useful for this one, but the second Smashers is the second Smashers. All right, awesome. Thank you so much for doing the deck profile with me, Ryan. And I, congratulations for top 3. So you ended up going, was it a 6-1 or 5-1? So I won the first. We had 6 rounds. So I won the first 4 rounds. In the 5th round, I didn't get to finish my match. The other 2 completed a little too early. Hi, I'm the other 2. I'm one of the other 2 at least. And then, yeah, I kind of just got clapped up in Top Cut, honestly. So, sometimes it happens, but thanks again for doing the deck profile. Can't wait to go to more events with you guys in the future, and see you around. See you around. Team Straw Hats. Team Straw Hats.